Let's bring in Mona Yacoubian, the director and senior advisor of the Middle East program at the Center for Strategic and International Studies. Mona, thank you so much for being with us. This is a huge step in the path to peace in that region. Can you talk to us, though, about the different parties involved in this first phase of the peace plan?
It is an enormous breakthrough, and it is because of the work of negotiators, certainly the United States, Qatar, which has long played a negotiating, mediating role, Egypt, and now also the addition of Turkey. This was critical. It would not have happened without the participation of all of those mediating parties.
You know, we've seen, though, in the recent weeks, the United States really taking the leading role in these negotiations. Do you think that's why we are at this point, that that's what they needed to push this over the edge?
I think there's no question about that. We've seen in the last few weeks the United States really step up its diplomacy and in particular step up pressure not only on Hamas, but also exercise its leverage on Prime Minister Netanyahu. I think that made a critical difference in getting this current first phase of the ceasefire over the finish line.
You know, we mentioned this is the first phase, but we're not at the finish line, as you just said, yet. What else needs to happen?
Well, of course, there will be, hopefully very, very soon, the exchange of hostages, the release of prisoners, humanitarian assistance flowing into Gaza. But again, there are big questions that still remain. How is Hamas to be disarmed? Hamas is demanding that this be a permanent end to the conflict and that Israel withdraw fully from Gaza. That is not at all clear from this first phase of the agreement.
And when it comes to Hamas, is there any indication that they will indeed follow through on this agreement?
Well, again, we're going to have to see. I mean, It's going to be very hard to achieve the demilitarization of Gaza, which is what the 20-point agreement calls for. So the devil is always in the details. To what extent is Hamas going to be willing to give up its arms? To what extent and how far back from Gaza will Israel withdraw? Those are still big questions.
Mona Yacoubian, thank you so much.
Thank you.